Hi, if you're new here, my name's Piper Brown. I'm a graphic designer and illustrator in California, and I thought today would be great for another sketch session, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm thinking today I want to do another ink wash. So I have this Monteverde ink, and it's in mandarin orange, and then I'm also going to whip out my oil pastels. Wow. And I think today I want to draw a beetle. So let's go ahead and get this ink wash on there. All right, let's find a good page. I only have a couple pages left. Ah, that's so exciting. Okay, so I'm not gonna tape it. I'm feeling risky today. So I'm just gonna take my paintbrush. It's still purple from last time we did an ink wash. And I'm gonna take my little glass of water and I'm gonna take my orange ink and let's go ahead and see what I can do. Okay, let's see what we got here. This color looks so pretty. Oops. Oh, that's a lot. That's okay. Here we go. Woohoo! Ooh, that's nice. Look at that. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, let's get some water on there. I just realized I forgot to tie these edges down, and that might drive me crazy. That's okay. I am going to tie them down afterwards. But I think for right now, I'm just going to try to get something moving here, because I still need to give it some time to dry. And I think during that time, while it's drying, I might get a fun drink, because that sounds delicious right now. Let's see, I could probably go a little further here. All right, there we go. Ah, it's starting to pop up. All right, there we go. That's nice, that's nice. Okay, let me get some clamps to hold this down while it dries. Okay, we added clamps. We're gonna go ahead and let this dry. I'm gonna clean out this paintbrush and water, and then we'll start playing around with some oil pastel colors. Okay, I grabbed a couple of extra supplies. I have my pencil sharpener and then my little ceramic bowl for the shavings. I don't know if I'm gonna need this, but I use this to hold my pastel crayons if they get a little too short, so I have this guy just in case. And then, I'm so sorry. I have my Prismacolor erasable colored pencil, and I'm gonna use this to kind of sketch out the idea I wanna go for here. So I was thinking today I wanna draw some sort of bug. I don't have a bug in mind, I'm just gonna draw kind of like a generic beetle. So let me go ahead, woo! Let's give him a head here. This red might be a little bit too light. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna switch out pencils. This guy's a little bit too light and I can't really see it, so one moment, please. Okay, I found one that is terracotta colored, so this one's gonna be a little bit darker and I think it'll kind of show the sketch better. So let's go ahead and continue where we left off. I know I wanna give him big ol' eyeballs, so let's give him big ol' eyeballs. Let's make his thing stop here. I feel like I'm gonna make him into a cockroach. I don't mean to. I don't like cockroaches. That's the problem. All right, let's go ahead and give him this little move. Give him a nice shell. Maybe I'll give him some polka dots later so that way he's not a cockroach, because we're not gonna do that to this poor guy. All right, some of that. Let's give him some leg ideas. It's still a little hard to see the sketch. So sorry. Let's give him some arms, and then we'll have his antennas kind of going that way. Okay, I don't think you can see it. I can barely see it, but I got kind of a general indentation of a bug going on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just bring out my colors, and I'm gonna start just color blocking him in. So while this was drying, I was trying to figure out what colors would be nice for the color blocking. And I think I probably definitely want to do a yellow, because that's really nice and light. Maybe a yellow to do like his shell and everything. And then I have this lighter orange, which is pretty nice. So maybe I'll bring that out. Maybe some white. And then maybe maybe this. This is going to be in the maybe pile. Unsure. But I think these are the colors I'm going for. Unless I want to throw something crazy in there, then maybe I'll go for like a green. But this is the vibe. So let's go ahead and start color blocking right now. Whoa. Okay. From what I learned last time, I need to have my other ones far away from me or else I will accidentally use them. So let me go ahead and sharpen this guy a little bit because he's looking a little nubby. And there's shavings flying everywhere. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's start color blocking here. So let's have him here. This is probably a little easier to see than the sketch I was doing. Those are his eyes. Let's go ahead and color in the white of his eyes, actually. That's probably a good idea. So let's get some nice big eyeballs in there. Look at that. He's so cute. And then I'll figure out the color of his eyes later. I am undecided. Undecided and open. Okay, let's get some of that in there. I want him to be a nice friendly guy. He's just a little guy. He does still kind of look like a cockroach. I have horror stories about cockroaches. They scare me and I don't like them. That's it, that's the story. They're just so big and they move so fast. They move too fast. If they moved slower, maybe I wouldn't be so afraid, but they move a little bit too fast for my liking, and that freaks me out. Especially when I'm like taking like a nighttime walk or something and one like runs across the sidewalk. That's horrible. That's nightmare fuel. And I don't like it, and then I don't walk for like months later. Because I just don't like cockroaches. I like ladybugs though. Ladybugs are cool. They're not cockroaches. Which reminds me, I went to the Orange County Fair last weekend, and we saw a bug that looked like a ladybug, but it was kind of orange and it was really big. And so we looked it up later to see what kind of bug it was. Apparently, it is an invasive beetle from Australia. I can't remember the name of it, but it has shown up here just within the last 2 years, and we are supposed to call into, I believe it was UC Irvine, and report that we saw this bug and report the location and all this other stuff because I guess they're very invasive and they're not good for the California ecosystem. And yeah, that was really crazy because I don't want to be a snitch. I like that bug. I thought he was cute. He was just living his best life. I don't want to ruin that for him. But yeah, he is an invasive Australian beetle, and that was very interesting. But he was very cute. I wish I had a picture of him. I would show you. Maybe my husband does. And if he does, I'll just show the picture right here. Ah! Okay, now let's add our legs. Ooh. Oh man. Looks so roachy. My bad. That's okay. This will just be a how to draw a cockroach tutorial. Oh my goodness, wait, how many legs do roaches have? You know what? Let's just give him as many legs as he wants. Let's give him 6. Let's have this one go this way. Give him 6 juicy legs. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, juicy, everything he's ever wanted. Let's draw his antenna. Let's give him a nice little curve. Nice little curve. Boom. All right. Okay, so we have the color blocking part kind of done. Let's go ahead and add some shading. So let's do some of this orange. So I want to get kind of different colors going here. So let's get this orange. I'm gonna keep his head yellow, and let's kind of just throw some orange colors in here. Maybe I'll throw some white in too, because he's looking a little bit too close to the other colors. How would he look if I added some white? Ooh, oh, that's nice. Oh, I like that. Yeah, let's add some of that. So maybe I should add some of this dark one too. Oh, okay. No, that's okay. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. Let's have the shading part here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this orange to kind of scribble it in. And then maybe I'll use some white too. So that way it looks smooth in there. Okay, I like where this is going. Let's try to make it look a little better. And I need to remember, I'm gonna add spots to this, I think. So if there's any little mess ups I have, I'll just cover it with a polka dot. I think that'll be okay. Let's get some more white in there. Let's go down here. I'm gonna color here. Color some there. Okay, okay. Let's do some more orange down here. Okay, it's looking like a something. Not sure what color spots I should do now. Now I'm debating if I should do green spots at all. Maybe green might be too light. Should I do pink? Or I could do red. I could do red spots. That would be kind of cool. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. I think I want this bottom part to be more white. Oh, and then I want a line. Just kind of do a light line there. Let's do white. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I really like the chunky textures that come with this this illustration. I'm a sucker for chunky, crayon-looking textures. Just makes me want to like touch it. Okay, there we go. Let's have a little bit more shading on his booty. Okay. A little bit of booty shading never hurt anybody. All right, let's color that. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Okay, now let's go on this side. This side was a little more white. And then I'll color it in with yellow. There we go. Totally unrelated. It's really hot in this room right now. I'm sweating. I'm sweating so hard. It's so hot. I closed my curtains and everything and it's just so hot. Ay, ay, ay. It's okay. I'll live. I'll live. It just got so hot out of nowhere. I think it's supposed to be like 100 degrees here today, which is crazy. But you know what? That's just what happens. That's just how life is. All right, let's do, should we go ahead and do some spots? Actually, pause. Let me color him a little bit more white up here. Just a little bit. Yeah, because he's a cutie patootie. A little more white, give him a little bit more yellow. Oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups, I have the burps. I have everything going on right now. Okay, so there's that. All right, now colors. Should I do red? Let's do red, let's just see. Beautiful. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so we're gonna do spots. Look at that. So any little mess ups that I have, I can just cover it. I can just cover it, baby. Mess up who? Not me. Look at that bug. All right, I love it. All right, so now let's go ahead and do some legs. So let's color in his legs a little bit here. Not too much. I'm just gonna kind of outline his leg, and then I'm just gonna add a little bit of shading. Nothing too crazy. Wah! Sorry, a fly just landed on me. That was wild. There he is. Do you see him? That guy. He probably saw I was drawing bugs. He's my supervisor today. Okay, some of that. Let's go ahead and color some yellow on it. Try to blend those colors around a bit. Because they're looking a little stiff there, but that's okay. We're gonna make them look creamy. Creamy. There we go. Nice. All right, so now let's go ahead and do more legs. So I think I actually want to keep the legs yellow the way they are, but I'm gonna add little nubs on the end as like his little feet. There you go. Looks like he has little tap dancing shoes. Little shoes. Maybe I'll also add some like hair, so it looks like he has hairy legs. Because why not? Let's add just some white actually. Let's add some white to make it look shiny. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. So nice. Let's add, okay, all right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna add some lines to his antenna here. Boom. Kind of like Plankton from SpongeBob, how he has those lines going across his antenna. I think they're so cute. So he's gonna have little Plankton antenna lines. Boop, boop, boop. Look at that. He's just a little guy. We need to go back and we need to finish his eyeballs. So let's go ahead and color his eyeballs. Nice. And I'm thinking, let's just go ahead and give him red eyeballs. Why not? It'll match the vibe. Let's give him nice big red eyeballs. Look at him. He is a cutie patootie. Nice. All right. I think I actually want to make this little part slightly darker. So let's go ahead and do like a little bit of a rough scribble. Just a rough scribble. Colored him with some orange. Because I just want a little bit more texture in there. And then let's make sure that this is still pretty prominent. We don't want to lose any of our detail up here. We've worked so hard on the detail. We don't want to lose that. Okay, nice. All right, so let's go ahead, kind of color that in a little bit. And then kind of scribble. I just want some more texture in there because I don't think I want to add spots up here. I don't think that's the vibe I'm gonna go for. I think I just like the spots where they are. Let's add a little bit more texture over here. There we go. Let's color him in a little bit more. There we go. Yummy, yummy. All right, maybe a little bit more textures. Let's do it like that. Let's give it some shape. So I'm just kind of coloring with a curve because I'm gonna see if that does something. And if it doesn't, it's fine, whatever. We're just having fun. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna scribble color that. Ooh, I don't know, to give it some texture though. Let's give it some more white. Yeah, 'cause we don't want to lose these details, baby. All right, should I add some more orange up here? Or is he looking pretty good? I think he's actually looking pretty cute. I like him. I want to say I think I'm finished with him. Like, I don't know what else I can do with him. So I think I'm going to go ahead and add some stars. So let's do some white stars. Let's add a star here. Nice. Add a star here. Add a star here. This one's fun. That's something you always have to remember when you're doing sketchbook pages. You don't have to make it look perfect. You just need to have fun. That's what it's all about. Even if you think it's ugly, it's still fun. All right. I think he's done. Yay! And we're finished. I love him. I think he turned out super cute. He doesn't look like a cockroach, which I'm very proud of. I love him. I hope you guys had fun drawing this with me. I had so much fun. I think he's great. He's my best friend. I love bugs. Thank you so much for joining me on this sketch session. I hope you had a lot of fun. I know I did. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.